everyone, welcome to Study IQ English. Well, Prime Minister of India Mr. Modi has recently launched multiple major infrastructural projects across the states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The total worth of these projects is almost about 16,400 crore rupees. And what do they aim to do? They aim at a complete infrastructural overhaul to enhance connectivity, to enhance the prospect of renewable energy, to support industrial growth as well as connectivity and more electricity, more job generation across these areas. Now, these areas will become the future of a much more robust industrial growth in India. That's what's making news right now. And this is coming at a very interesting point also. If you remember, recently we got to know the recommendations of the 16th Finance Commission. And we know that's a controversy. It's a controversy because Finance Commission has this time also said that we will maintain the total share of divisible pool at 41%. Now, majority of states were unhappy because of that. They were expecting 45 to 50%, but that hasn't been increased. Although the central government says 41% is same like last time, but many state governments have been complaining that this is almost denying us financial rights. Why? Because many states, particularly it is these states coming from southern India, who always feel that they do not get enough money, enough allocation from the Finance Commission. And they recently also said that although the share of divisible pool is 41%, but a majority of this money is also into cess and surcharge. Now, these are two things that are not to be shared with the states. There are a few more interesting developments, like for example, this time under the Finance Commission, 16th Finance Commission, states will be given a 10% weightage when it comes to horizontal devolution, on the basis of how much are they contributing to India's total GDP. That is, a state's GDP performance will also be a criteria which will decide how much allocation should it command. And this is also creating a major controversy. Why like that? Because majority of states who are industrial, like say Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, they feel that they have contributed very high amount of money into India's total overall GDP, and therefore they should be given more finance. They should be rewarded for efficiency, whereas it's the states that are not very industrialized, which have had economic backwardness, they complain that this is against the principles of socialism. When you start getting a 10% weightage on your GDP performance, on your total Indian GDP contribution, then you are neglecting those states which are financially not as developed as states like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, or for that matter, Kerala or Karnataka. So this debate goes on right now. Is the horizontal division actually creating a kind of equilibrium in the system, or is it totally against the principles of fiscal federalism? In that regard, today if we analyze how the central government is giving more money, more project allocation to Tamil Nadu and Kerala, we see that this will only make these states further a heavy contributor to India's overall growth. So what exactly has happened? Now, these two states have got about a lot of finance. As I said, 16,400 crore rupees funding. If you look at Kerala, then in Kerala, we are seeing in Ernakulam, there is a total project worth of 10,800 crore and inauguration will soon be done. These projects are aimed at economic development, overall regional growth of this area. That means Kerala, which is already a state with a very high literacy, a state which has successfully controlled its total fertility rate, a state which is highly industrialized, and soon it is also one state from India which will transition into a weightless economy. Why? Because we have spoken in our previous classes how Kerala has a very high amount of geriatric population, and therefore the idea is to make Kerala a society that is service based, a society where you have a weightless economic growth, and hence these projects will further enhance Kerala's industrial output. Now, looking at Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu also projects worth rupees 5,650 crore are going to be launched, and the main criteria will be petroleum natural gas infrastructure. Both these issues are making big headlines right now. Why? Because India is, like other countries, China, like many other countries of South Asia, is experiencing deficit of energy. We are having energy insecurity. Why? Because you know, the war is on in West Asia, Strait of Hormuz is closed for now. And therefore, there is a deficiency in total oil supply when countries like Qatar, when countries like Kuwait and Bahrain have had to shut their LNG production, then naturally India will also face a deficit there. And now India is diversifying into Russia, into US and into Canada. But as of now, there is an insecurity in these sectors. So this project is a prime focus right now. It will enable a better oil and gas infrastructure in Tamil Nadu, plus rural connectivity. Connectivity is a key area here. Apart from that, highway development. Then 50 megawatt floating solar project in the same area nearby this region in Tamil Nadu. So again, that's a push towards renewable energy. Now talking about renewable energy, we just recently discussed the Shanti Bill. In India, we are trying to privatize the nuclear landscape by inviting more private sector involvement. Why? Because we ultimately want to achieve about 100 gigawatts of nuclear power by 2047. That's the target. And along with that, solar energy is again a criteria. Do not forget India's International Solar Alliance, headquartered at Gurugram, initiated in 2015. Let's remember how India is now making a major push towards solar energy. Recently, India also joined Pax Silica. Why? Because all the countries like India are now busy looking for alternatives, given the need for critical minerals to develop solar cell batteries. Very important. Same time, also remember PM Kusum scheme, the scheme that India is also sharing with many African countries right now. So the solar power plant in Tamil Nadu is a great initiative in that direction. Now looking at connectivity itself, the Prime Minister has also inaugurated many more new train services. A very good example of this could be how the Podanur Dhanbad Amrit Bharat Express is connecting now southern parts of India directly with the mineral-rich region of Jharkhand. Quite important, very important here. Now recently we had spoken about Kodarma. We had spoken about an area called Kodarma. Can you tell me exactly in which state is it located and why is it so famous? In one of our lectures we had spoken about it. So you see, this is creating a South Indian connectivity to East Indian state of Jharkhand. Why? For access to mineral-rich reserves. So this is one of the ideas behind the project. Integration and connectivity that should be made better. Now all these projects taken together will also see correlated developments in areas like Madurai, Puducherry to push towards modernization of infrastructure, infrastructural capacity of South India. Already, if you look at the contribution in terms of state GDP, then Maharashtra is at the top, followed by states like Tamil Nadu. Why? Because, of course, nowadays the name of UP is also at the forefront and a key contributor to India's GDP. But for a very long time, we know Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala have made a much higher industrial output. And now with this infrastructure, the capacity of these states will only keep growing, and perhaps it will also solve the problem of revenue deficit. When you have more income generation, naturally you have more revenue. And one of the key controversies with Finance Commission 16th is also the same. Now, central government says, I am not going to provide for revenue deficit financing. The states must have fiscal discipline. So what can be better than having more industrialization and capacity to generate more revenue? The lesser the dependence on center, the more fiscal autonomy the states will actually have, and all these programs will ensure that. Now talking about how it will strengthen transport connectivity in southern India, yes, of course. Tourism, regional economic growth, improvement in railway link between southern India and then mineral-rich, resource-rich areas of eastern India. So these are certain intentions behind this key project which is being spoken about far and wide in the news right now. So as India grapples with geopolitical pressures, at the same time this push towards industry, connectivity, urbanization also shows some kind of domestic resilience, and these will definitely transform the landscape in both these states, enhance industrial output. Quickly, a practice question here. Consider the following statements regarding recent development projects launched by Mr. Modi, India's Prime Minister. 1. Development project worth about 10,800 crore were inaugurated and foundation stone were laid in Kerala. 2. Projects launched in Tamil Nadu mainly relate to petroleum and natural gas infrastructure, rural connectivity and highway development. And 3, all the projects launched in these two states are related only to the railway sector. Easy question, very easy question, totally based on the topic that we discussed. Now for answer, for more such related important facts for UPSC, please take down this QR code and become a part of our Telegram channel. And do remember, right now at StudyIQ, we are actually offering a massive sale to you, 60% off on our batches on 27-28 batches with a double validity. Well, this is one of the greatest sale announcements for the year. Another surprise, if you enroll in any of these courses and use code SPLIVE, then further more discount is also possible. So please hurry up, grab this opportunity. Why? Because it's a limited period offer. It is a limited period offer. It's the Safalta Mahotsav that we are celebrating after all. Seeing 200 plus selections in UPSC 2025 is not a small thing. For us at StudyIQ, it's a moment of utmost pride, utmost happiness and celebration. And we would want to extend the same pleasure to you, the same happiness to you with lots of inspiration. When 200 plus students can get selected through our platform, next will be you. So please enroll for the sale program today because it's a wonderful offer. Use code SPLIVE limited period offer. Thank you so much.